Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise. You're watching Spotlight, and today I'm joined by Michael Marks and David Cleveland, representing the Kiwanis Club of Naperville. So welcome.
Oh, thank you.
We're glad to have you here. It's always nice to talk to the Kiwanis. And I'm going to start out with you, David. Tell us a little bit about the Naperville Club and the Kiwanis.
Oh, the Naperville Kiwanis started in 1955, so this is its 64th year. And of course, it's going to be our 64th pancake breakfast on March 16th of this year.
Wow, that's amazing. 64 years. I love hearing service clubs that have these legacies within our community. I think it's so wonderful, and the pancake breakfast is always great, right?
Right.
Yeah. Michael, Kiwanis, I know, is part of a larger organization, though, right? Because even though here in Naperville it's been going for over 6 decades, it's part of a larger organization.
Well, Jane, that's correct. And actually, Kiwanis is an international, worldwide organization. We're in several countries, and actually, we're right at about 700,000 individuals strong.
That's amazing. That's a lot of people. Now, would you in Naperville get to see any of those other clubs? I mean, is there correspondence and connections?
Oh yeah, we're divvied up into what's called divisions. Divisions go into districts, and then it goes into the international level. In fact, our international convention is in June this year down in Orlando.
Nice, that's nice. So everybody would kind of come in, and a great opportunity to meet people with the same purposes that you all have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, David, I'm going to ask you about what specifically the Kiwanis. I mean, they're obviously known for the pancake breakfast, but what specifically do they do in the community that's of a benefit to the community?
Okay, well, we have 2 fundraisers. One's the pancake breakfast, that's our main one. And then we also have peanut days, in which we collect donations from the generous people of Naperville. It's just fantastic how generous they are. And then with that, we donate to over 20 different organizations in Naperville. And most of the organizations have to do with children.
Okay.
That's our motto, to serve the children of the world. And it's for the children that we work with.
Raise that money.
All the money for, yes.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit about 20 organizations. I mean, that's a lot of nonprofits here in town that are benefiting from the good work that you're doing in that fundraising effort, right? So may I ask, give us a couple of examples of folks that you have supported.
Loaves and Fishes, Kids Matter, Special Olympics.
What I like about that is they're all very different. So, I mean, even though they're all connected through children, each one of those has got a different mission. That's nice.
Right. In addition to that, we work with the Children's Museum. We sponsor a Little League baseball team, Feed My Starving Children.
Yeah.
We do a lot of work also at Edward Hospital. We have some people that visit every day with veterans at the hospital. We make the heart pillows for after the heart surgeries and some of the abdominal surgeries, and do a lot of work also with some of the senior facilities.
Nice. So, I mean, that's a broad swath that you're going to, even though your focus is children and family. That's a lot of organizations that you're coming alongside. And it sounds like, Michael, say a little more, it sounds like not only financially, but also in volunteer hours.
Oh yeah, we're close to 10,000 hours a year volunteer, spanning really the whole Naperville community. I call it integrating with the community, but it starts like Dave's talking about with the kids.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of that and kind of the youth, I know that one of your focuses and your initiatives and efforts is around building volunteerism, right, in youth and the next generation. Can you say a little bit more about that?
Well, Jane, Kiwanis overall, we sponsor a lot of different youth opportunities out there, but in the junior high, we have a group called the Builders Club. In the high schools, we have Key Clubs, and in college universities, it's called CKI. In the Naperville area, we sponsor a Builders Club at Hill Middle School, also Key Clubs at Matea and Wabanzi, and at North Central, we have a CKI group. So in total, we're pushing maybe 300 youth that we're working with.
That's wonderful. And I remember Key Club, and I'm not sure at the time that I necessarily made that connection back to Kiwanis, like, just knowing of them. So, but I think that's so important in bringing that forth, that sense of volunteerism and being able to, give of yourself, right?
Right, and we have advisors at all of their meetings, and their job is to advise, not to run. So that's part of the effort that you put into those clubs, is to help develop leadership from the youth, and they need service opportunities to develop that leadership.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So it's really student-led. I
Yes.
mean, you're there mentoring, but it's student-led. Yeah. Any examples of a project or something you've worked on with any of those groups at any of those levels that you just kind of makes you feel good?
Well, recently, I mean, we've done some pretty good things at the Illinois Food Bank. We do on Friday nights out at Feed My Starving Children, where we'll integrate Kiwanis members along with like the Key Club members. And it's pretty amazing how fast those lines go when you got the high school kids there working.
Oh yeah, they've got a whole different level of pace, right, that they're working at. That's wonderful. Now, David, tell us a little bit about why you joined Kiwanis from a personal perspective.
Well, I wanted to do a service thing to give back to the community, and the Kiwanis has so many volunteer opportunities, just amazing. I haven't done all the things. Like we helped with the Salvation Army. I was able to ring the bell at Christmas, do Santa calling with the Park District. Like Mike said, like Loaves and Fishes. We have volunteers there every week. And Feed My Starving Children. And there's just Adopt a Road, Adopt a Park.
It would seem to me, and I guess I hadn't really thought about this, but in so many ways, if you're a member, it really gives you that opportunity, that variety, that you can try a lot of different organizations and participate and volunteer for a lot of different organizations.
Well, that's right, Jane. A lot of times when we're talking to prospective new members, I'll tell them we have some signature projects that we do, like the Pancake Festival and Peanut Days, but we have a lot of volunteer opportunities that get into all those different facets. Some people just work with the youth groups, and other people, like what you're talking about, may focus more on seniors. We have some of the guys delivering books from the libraries, working with Meals on Wheels. Some of them go and read to kids every day, where individuals pull kids out of the classroom for like an hour and read to them. So the span is pretty wide.
Very diversified. That's wonderful. So, Michael, how would I go about joining the Kiwanis?
Well, Jane, Kiwanis, like we talked, is an international organization. It's open to men and women of all ages. You can go to the Google website and just type in Naperville Kiwanis, and you'll have some various options to pursue. But we're really interested in people that are busy, they like to do volunteer activities, and I call it the get her done people, the ones that want to do it.
And you meet at Edward Hospital, right?
We meet at Edward Hospital second and fourth Monday of each month at 6:15.
Well, thank you so much for coming by and giving us more information about the Kiwanis. We know you do so much good work in the community, and obviously hand out a lot of money to other organizations within the community, and I'm sure they're all very grateful for that. So thank you so much. If you are interested in learning more about the Kiwanis Club of Naperville, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. Coming right back with more Spotlight.